Hey y'all, be quiet now. Because Marceline came to sit with us. I'm going to try to change my camera angle and not get her upset so that she can sit and visit with us, at least for a little bit today. Oh, yeah, she is. Oh, that's my girl. I can't see her though. She's all doing her thing. Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. If you're like me, if you're like me, you've been working like a slave to match a picture of what you imagine Christmas was going to be for your kids or your family or your whatevers. You're rushing around trying to match up with this picture in your mind of what Christmas is supposed to be, and you're falling just a little bit short, and then when someone, like a child, for example, comes up and says, "Can you make beef and barley stew for Christmas?" And you go, "I'm doing the best." What I say is I'm dancing as fast as I can, my dear. And they're good kids. Like, my kids are, everybody says that. I'll tell you a little funny story about, before my kids were born, or our kids were born, me and Lloyd, I said to Lloyd, if my kid is not gorgeous, I'm not going to act like it's the best kid that, I'm not going to go off and say, most beautiful child that ever lived. And then, when my son was born, and he was a little tiny baby, he was 4.5 pounds, and he hasn't missed a meal since, but he did look like Skeletor, and actually I have a picture of him right here. I'll show you this picture. This is a picture when he was a tiny little baby. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's Lloyd. I don't know if you can see that very well. That is Samuel. He was so small. See that tiny little baby there? He was 4.5 pounds. And, I thought he was perfect. And I would show him to people and they would be like, "Ooh, that's a skinny baby." But so before the babies were born, I said to Lloyd, I'm not going to act like our kids are perfect or act like I've got the most beautiful child in the world. Right. And so then when Samuel was born, I was like, Lloyd, how do you think people with ugly babies really feel? Because I was like, our child is perfect. You know what I mean? And our child was perfect, and then Sarah was perfect too. So, and they continue to be, even though they're normal human beings. I think many of us feel this way, and it's like I'm not like one of these sentimentals about everything about motherhood is wonderful and perfect. However, if these children they are so well adjusted that if they didn't swear like I do, I would assume that they had switched at birth. So Miss Marceline will hopefully come and stay with us today a little bit. And I wrote some notes, but of course I threw them all on the ground as I was so excited about having the kitty here. But I do want to say Merry Christmas, and then there's and I'm a little slow on the uptake, everybody. Like I said, keep dropping me some emails, and I'll get them sorted, and I will get back to you. I'm sort of running this. Well, Oprah's got her own network, so why not me? But I'm working out running this channel and everything else. So, but that's the email. Lay it on me. Also, like, one thing I've noticed. Oh, here she goes. There she is. I think she sees herself. Can you see she's looking at the screen? Merry Christmas. Also, I'm done all my shopping today. In other words, I'm out of money. This is one of the privileges of being poor, is that I don't have credit. And so I don't end up in debt. I got a fixed income, and either I got the money or I don't. And if I don't have it, It's not happening. So that's pretty good. I, I say that, and I really do mean it. Like, I don't owe anything. I just live within my means. And I don't know. I find that a very, very, I don't know. I find that a good way to be. I'm happy with it. Like, I don't have a house. I didn't buy a house. And I'll probably reference this again when I talk about mental illness. And also I have juvenile diabetes, as I'm sure many of you are aware. Oh, if I just would like to mention, though, that overcast that it is, we are still coming to you live, or recorded live, from Treaty 6 land, which is the heritage lands of the Plains Cree and the Métis. I put it up here on my computer so I would remember to say it. We are so blessed. Now I'm just sidetracking. This is going to be the sidetrack show. You know, I'm Irish, 7/8. I like to say 7/8. It might be 3/4, but I'm going with 7/8. Because Stevenson, that's kind of an English name, but I'm going with 7/8. 7/8 Irish. If it weren't for Canada, and I don't mean European Canada, I mean Canada, Indigenous Canada, the village of Canada, the people of Canada. You know, I would be a dead fetus in a cistern somewhere in Ireland, right? Because I'm Eurotrash, just like you. If you're white folk on this side, you know, you're Eurotrash. And we are very well blessed to be here. Out of the Irish potato famine and the usurpation of Ireland by the English, 4 million, out of 4 million, 1 million died, 1 million left, and were part of the diaspora, or diaspora. Diaspora, or diaspora. Let me know what you think, because every time I say it one way, the people who are listening to me say it the other way. So, you see that little tail coming up here. Let's see if she'll do it. There it is. Anyway, we're well blessed to have a place to be, because nobody wanted us at home. So, that's sort of my attitude. And I'll talk about that also, probably not just in mental illness, but also in the issue of where we are in the history of the world and how we ought to act. By which I mean race relations. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people can shout, go back to wherever as much as you want, but baby, go back to Europe. You know, because they don't want you there. Your attitudes. Anyway, I don't. That's just my brief experience. So I'm done all my shopping. I don't know if I said that or not, but I went to the dollar store and I got a couple things for the kids. And I actually stayed really tight inside the budget. Now, here's the other thing, is I do buy myself Christmas presents. And I do take the children shopping to buy me Christmas presents. Okay, now, even just saying that, I used to get in a lot of trouble for wanting, quite frankly, for wanting gifts, or for wanting, I think that blue is coming off too hard. But it does, you can see my ball, my ball. My kids got these from Shawls. And so I put these Christmas balls up here for Christmas spirit. I do take my kids shopping. I'm essentially a single mother, because I'm doing all the chores myself, for assorted reasons. And you can go look on, well, I haven't put it up yet. I'll talk to you about my husband, but he's not present. And the reason I do that is because I don't buy extravagant, like, jewelry for myself or anything. I really do enjoy making the Christmas for the kids. However, I think it should be made an example that, my children need to witness me receiving gifts. Because then, as they grow older, they won't be imprinted with the notion that mom gets nothing. So that later, like when they have a wife, either one of them, or a husband, either one of them, you know, they have an example that that person Anyway, I got my hold on, everybody. So I got myself a knife sharpener from the dollar store. I'm very excited about that. I got myself a little antique pink soap dish, 75 cents at the secondhand store, and whatever, a pair of skeleton socks. So I'm excited about Christmas. I didn't get a lot of candy for myself, but I'll just scoop off from them. You know what I'm saying? Oh. This was another one of these lovely things. Now, my neighbors are from, I don't know, I want to say somewhere like in Polynesia or in Malaysia. I really think Malaysia, but I don't know. Ooh, spooky God. Anyway, they're just wonderful people. And this one woman she's got to be my age. She's a grandma. Now, I'm not saying, I just had my babies late. She always brings me, like, she brought me a rainbow trout. She brought me these ungutted fish, like fresh fish. And whenever I don't know. I live in a town full of type A people who give, like, there's a lot of Christmas stuff that gets given away at Christmas time here because that's how people are. I'm going to put this up so I don't look so condescending. Anyway.